शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम। कौन कहते हैं भगवान सोते नहीं माय सोदा के जैसे सुलाते नहीं। कौन कहता है भगवान सोते नहीं माय सोदा के जैसे सुलाते नहीं। अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम। कौन कहता है भगवान नाचते नहीं तुम गोपी के जैसे नचाते नहीं। कौन कहता है भगवान नाचते नहीं तुम गोपी के जैसे नचाते नहीं। अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम। नाम जपते चलो काम करते चलो हर समय कृष्ण कृष्ण अपना करते चलो। नाम जपते चलो काम करते चलो समय कृष्ण का ध्यान करते चलो। अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम। याद आएगी उनको कभी न कभी कृष्ण दर्शन तो देंगे कभी न कभी। याद आएगी उनको कभी न कभी कृष्ण दर्शन तो देंगे कभी न कभी। अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम।
Oh, so she can sing it again? You want to sing? Okay, next time. Sorry.
इन्होंने गाया था पिछले बार, गाइए आपका जो भी इसमें से जो भी आपको अच्छा लगे। तब तक कोई और गा सकता है, ये ढूंढ रहे हैं। गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो गोविंद हरि बोलो गोपाल बोलो राधा रमण हरि गोपाल बोलो
राधा रमण हरि गोपाल बोलो
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो
गोविंद हरि हरि गोपाल बोलो
राधा रमण हरि गोपाल बोलो
राधा बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो।
गोविंद हरि बोलो गोपाल बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो।
राधा रमण हरि गोपाल बोलो।
ओ राधा रमण हरि गोपाल बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो बोलो गोपाल बोलो।
गोविंद हरि बोलो गोपाल बोलो।
राधा रमण हरि गोपाल बोलो।
ओ राधा रमण हरि गोपाल बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो।
गोविंद हरि बोल गोपाल बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो गोपाल बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो गोपाल बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो गोपाल बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो गोपाल बोलो।
राधा रमण हरि गोपाल बोलो।
राधा रमण हरि गोपाल बोलो।
गोविंद बोलो 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 हरि गोपाल बोलो। राधा रमण गोपाल बोलो।
Page number 108. हमको मन की शक्ति देना, मन की जय करे, दूसरों की जय से पहले खुद को जय करे। हमको मन की शक्ति देना, भेद भाव अपने दिल से साफ कर सके, भेद भाव अपने दिल से साफ कर सके, दोस्तों से भूल हो तो माफ कर सके, झूठ से बचे रहे, सच कदम बढ़े, दूसरों की जय से पहले खुद को जय करे। हमको मन की शक्ति देना, मन की जय करे। हमको मन की शक्ति देना, मुश्किलें पड़े तो हम पे इतना कर्म कर, साथ दे तो धर्म का, चले तो धर्म पर, खुद पे हौसला रहे, बदी से ना डरे, दूसरों की जय से पहले खुद को जय करे। हमको मन की शक्ति देना।
इनको दे दो।
This is page 20A. श्री रामचंद्र कृपाल भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणम नव कंज लोचन कंज मुख कर कंज पद कंजारुणम कंदर्प गणित अमित छवि नवीनील नीर सुंदरम पटपीत मानव तड़ित रुचि शुचि नौमि जनक सुतावरम भज दीन बंधु दिनेश दानव दैत्य पुंष निकंदनम रघुनंद आनंद कंद कौशल चंद्र दशरथ नंदनम चिर मुकुट कुंडल तिलक चारु उदार अंग विभूषणम आजानु भुज शर चाप घर संग्राम जित कर दूषणम इति विदित तुलसीदास शंकर शेष मुनि मन रंजनम मम हृदय कंज निवास करु कामादि फल दल गंजनम श्री रामचंद्र कृपाल भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणम नव कंज लोचन कंज मुख कर कंज पद कंजारुणम.
जय श्रीमन्नारायण. I'll do our regular bhajan. Okay. Page in the small book, you can, hello, yeah, small book, page number 8. 8 or 9, yeah. Hari Narayana Govinda. Hari Narayana Govinda, Jaya Narayana Govinda, Hari Narayana Govinda, Jaya Narayana Govinda, Hari Narayana Jaya Narayana Bhaj Narayana Govinda, Hari Narayana Jaya Narayana Bhaj Narayana Govinda, Srinivasa Govinda, Shri Venkatesha Govinda, Srinivasa Govinda, Shri Venkatesha Srinivasa Shri Venkatesha Tirumalesha Govinda, Srinivasa Shri Venkatesha Tirumalesha Govinda, Hari Narayana Govinda, Jaya Narayana Govinda, Hari Narayana Jaya Narayana Bhajana. द्वारकनिलया गोविन्द यशोदबाला गोविन्द द्वारकनिलया गोविन्द यशोदबाला गोविन्द द्वारकनिलया यशोदबाला मुरलीकृष्णा गोविन्द द्वारकनिलया यशोदबाला मुरलीकृष्णा गोविन्द हरिनारायण गोविन्द जय नारायण गोविन्द हरिनारायण जय नारायण भजन कस्तूरिरङ्गा गोविन्द कावेरी रङ्गा गोविन्द कस्तूरिरङ्गा गोविन्द कावेरी रङ्गा गोविन्द कस्तूरिरङ्गा कावेरी रङ्गा श्रीरङ्गनाथ गोविन्द कस्तूरिरङ्गा कावेरी रङ्गा श्रीरङ्गनाथ गोविन्द हरिनारायण गोविन्द जय नारायण गोविन्द हरिनारायण जय नारायण भजन पाण्डुरङ्गा गोविन्द पण्डरीनाथ गोविन्द पाण्डुरङ्गा गोविन्द पण्डरीनाथ गोविन्द पाण्डुरङ्गा पण्डरीनाथ श्रीविठ्ठलेशा गोविन्द पाण्डुरङ्गा पण्डरीनाथ श्रीविठ्ठलेशा गोविन्द हरिनारायण गोविन्द जय नारायण गोविन्द हरिनारायण जय नारायण भज नारायण गोविन्द बदरीनाथ गोविन्द मुक्तिनाथ गोविन्द बदरीनाथ गोविन्द मुक्तिनाथ बदरीनाथ मुक्तिनाथ श्रीमन्नारायण गोविन्द बदरीनाथ मुक्तिनाथ श्रीमन्नारायण गोविन्द हरिनारायण गोविन्द जय नारायण गोविन्द हरिनारायण जय नारायण भज नारायण गोविन्द हरिनारायण जय नारायण भज नारायण गोविन्द 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 गोविन्द
No, no.
कौन सा नंबर है?
Just sing one.
कौन सा नंबर है?
I will have some dhun. It is not in the book. This is just the dhoon.
लिङ्गं कामदहन करुणाकरलिङ्गं रावणदर्पविनाशनलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं सर्वसुगन्धिसुलेपितलिङ्गं बुद्धिविवर्धनकारणलिङ्गं सिद्धसुरासुरवन्दितलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं कनकमहामणिभूषितलिङ्गं फणिपतिवेष्टितशोभितलिङ्गं दक्षसूयाज्ञविनाशकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं कुङ्कुमचन्दनलेपितलिङ्गं पङ्कजहारसुशोभितलिङ्गं सञ्चितपापविनाशनलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं देवगणार्चितसेवितलिङ्गं भावैर्भक्तिभिरेव च लिङ्गं दिनकरकोटिप्रभाकरलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् अष्टदलोपरिवेष्टितलिङ्गं सर्वसमुद्भवकारणलिङ्गम् अष्टदरिद्रविनाशनलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् सुरगुरुसुरवरपूजितलिङ्गं सुरवनपुष्पसदार्चितलिङ्गं परात्परं परमात्मकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् लिङ्गाष्टकमिदं पुण्यं यः पठे शिवसन्निधौ शिवलोकमवाप्नोति शिवेन सह मोदते। ॐ नमः शिवाय।
I know it is a time for Gita. I won't sing.
हे गोविंद हे गोपाल हे गोविंद हे गोपाल हे दयानिधान हे दयानिधान हे गोविंद हे गोपाल हे गोविंद हे गोपाल हे दयानिधान।
थोड़ा आज का विषय बहुत अच्छा है, थोड़ा मेरे पे दया करना, थोड़ा समय देना, मुझे ज़्यादा समय नहीं लूँगा और मेरा समय खत्म हो जाए भैया हाथ दिखा देना, मैं रुक जाऊँगा। जो ना आप हाथ दिखा देना, मैं वही ना वी कैन ऑलवेज टॉक सेपरेटली, किसी पे बंधन नहीं होना चाहिए, ये भगवान का विषय है। हाँ जी, प्रणाम आपको सबको प्रणाम। मेरा सबको प्रणाम, क्योंकि मैं एकादशी करता नहीं ना, तो मैं सबको प्रणाम करता हूँ। तो ऐसा है, I'll talk in English. Last time I gave one perspective. Every time if I'm given the opportunity, which I really appreciate because it improves my scholarship. ये कोई नहीं, भगवान तो सभी तरफ में नहीं है, बताओ इधर में भगवान नहीं है? भगवान सभी तरफ। आई विल लुक एट यू। तो इधर के भगवान का क्या होगा? पार्श्वनाथ जी वहाँ बैठे हुए हैं। पार्श्वनाथ है? Okay, I'll get started. I'll get started. हाँ हाँ। अरविंद, 1 minute. अरविंद, जाने से पहले मेरे को मिलना है. Okay. So today's subject is very good. Okay, and you stop me whenever you want. No problem. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, this is a perspective. Okay, and I call it Bhagavad Gita span. Why do I call it span? Because I start at the beginning of the Bhagavad Gita and I pretty much take you to the end of the Bhagavad Gita. Okay? So it spans the entire Bhagavad Gita. Very interesting. And I would like to mention those 4 personalities who spoke in Bhagavad Gita. Only 4 people spoke. And those 4 personalities, if we can understand them, then it will be very helpful, very beneficial in our daily life. So who are those 4 people? So the very first statement in Bhagavad Gita comes from Mr. Dhritarashtra. Supposedly, biologically, he is blind. Later on, I can talk about it, that he is emotionally blind, he is spiritually blind, which is more dangerous than being biologically blind. So Mr. Dhritarashtra, he is the one who first speaks. Now listen to what he says. Okay, what does he say? Dharma kshetre, kurukshetre, samaveta yuyutsavaha. And now the next 2 words is the toxic words. Mamakaha pandavaschaiva kim kurvata sanjaya. What is Mamakaha and Pandavaschaiva? This is the duality. This is the Dvanda. Okay? In Sanskrit, there is a word, Dvanda. And Bhagavan Krishna talks about Dvanda lots of times during the Bhagavad Gita. So we have to get rid of the Dvanda anyway. So this is Dvanda. Now there are 3 types of Dvanda. One Dvanda which exists at the level of the matter or the material level. Jo ki it exists on the basis of artha and kama and nothing else is there, okay? So that makes you blind emotionally and spiritually, okay? Artha and kama, everybody understand that. So he was in that duality. The second duality is intellectual duality. I will not elaborate on that right now because a little bit of dharma starts coming in. Artha, karma, some dharma. And then there is a spiritual duality which is of the highest quality. Okay, there the artha, kama and dharma completely is engaged. You are engaged completely with dharma. So these 3. Now all dualities are not bad. There is a negative duality and there is a positive duality. And so I'll skip now the duality. But Dvanda is very dangerous, and particularly the lowest level of Dvanda that Mr. Dhritarashtra has. What is his Dvanda? What is his duality? Where did this word come from? Because he says, Mera Tera, mine and thine. Okay, this is the duality. I love, I hate, I like it, I dislike it. All of this is the duality, and that drains your spiritual energy. So Krishna wants you to minimize that. If you can not get completely rid of it, at least minimize that. Ye ho gaya Dhritarashtra. So all problems in this world begin with this lowest Dvanda. All problems began because that war took place because of his thinking, Mamakaha Pandavasya, Mera Tera, okay, rather than saying ours. So there was no union there, there was a division there, cause of problem, and then there was a war. Now the second, there are two dialogues here, 4 personalities, 2 dialogues, and you go across the entire Bhagavad Gita in a few minutes. So the 2 dialogues take place between Mr. Dhritarashtra and Mr. Sanjay. Who is Sanjay? Sanjay is the one who is a sattvic personality who understands, has the knowledge of the Shastras, and was given the divine vision so he can serve Dhritarashtra. And Dhritarashtra wanted to know what is going on in that battleground. We all know that part. So Sanjay, what is interesting, I told you the span of Bhagavad Gita. Sanjay is listening to Krishna, looking at the Kurukshetra and telling Dhritarashtra everything. Everything that Krishna told Arjun is being told to Dhritarashtra. Okay? And what happened? No effect on Dhritarashtra. Putra Moha, no effect on Dhritarashtra. He could have stopped the war, because I'm taking you to the last verse of Bhagavad Gita, which is Yatra Yogeshwaraha Krishno, Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha, Tatra what? Tatra everything. Yatra what? Yatra means the yoga. Whose yoga? Yours and the divine. Where the two comes together, okay, Tatra, there. What happens? Everything happens. Tatra Shri Lakshmi, that is the prosperity, right? Tatra Shrir Vijayo, victory. Bhuti Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. That means everything good comes to you when the two comes together. Who are those two? What is that union? That is Krishna. Krishna means the cosmic power. And Arjun, which Arjun was this? Partho Dhanurdharaha, the one who is willing to do the Karma Yoga. Where the Karma Yoga and the Yogeshwar, the two come together, you got everything made. You got everything, you don't have to do anything. That is the postulation. That is the strong message Mr. Sanjay sent to the entire humanity, including Mr. Dhritarashtra. But on Mr. Dhritarashtra, it made no impact, because Dhritarashtra could have said, my gosh, I was totally wrong. The war stops right here. He had the power. He was sitting on the seat of the greatest power, because that his kingdom was the most powerful kingdom at that time in the Bharatvarsha. He did not stop the war. So this is what happened when people engage only in 2 things, artha and kama. That is the start, but that is not the end. That is not even the means, but it is necessary. It must be done because it is part of the Purushartha. It is in the Shastra. It must be done. But you don't stop there. When you stop there, you create the war. You create division. You create conflict. You create kalaha. You create dvanda. So those 2 personalities we saw. Now let's come to Arjun. What happened with Arjun? What happened with Arjun happens with all of us. He is the best warrior. He is there in the battleground. And now he is wondering, what the heck am I to do? You know, this, that, and the other. And I will read one of the first statements. And it is, he says to Krishna, after he sings the battleground and everything, he says, Na kankshe vijayam Krishna, na kankshe vijayam Krishna, na cha rajyam sukhani cha. That means, hey Krishna, because he was in despair, he was in disenchantment. And when we are in that condition, this happens. But there is some positive news, and I'll come to that. So he says, Krishna, I want to give up. I don't want to fight. I don't need the kingdom. I don't need the victory. I don't need anything. You know, when people take their sannyas untimely, this is the indication of that. You take sannyas when you are ready for sannyas, and you are not ready for sannyas, according to Bhagavad Gita, until you get into the 18th chapter. because he said sannyas moksha. He kept the 18th chapter for that. So you have to go through that entire journey. Only then you qualify for sannyas. This fellow is talking about it in chapter 1. This is what happens when you are in despair, disenchantment, and but the good news. Now let's come to the good news. The good news is he's with Krishna. The difference between Mr. Dhritarashtra and Arjun is when Arjun heard the Krishna give him the discourse, the entire discourse of Q&A, question and answer, what did he say? Where he said, na kankshe vijayam Krishna, na cha rajyam sukhani cha. In the 18th chapter, when he is all convinced, he is enlightened by Krishna, that same enlightenment was shared by Sanjay with Dhritarashtra, made no difference, because there is a difference between Arjun and Dhritarashtra. Arjun was playing dharma card also, and he was in the presence of the Supreme Divine Being, Krishna. That is the difference, my friend. And when we do that in our life, everything falls in place. So what did he say in the 18th chapter? He says to Krishna, Nashto moha smrutir labdha. That means my delusion, my bhram is gone. And that now I understand that everything comes back to me, what is logical, what is rational, what I must do. And he says to Krishna, Karishe vachanam tava, that I will do what you want me to do. And now my time will come to the end. So I'll just give me 1 minute and I'll wrap it up. So what happened here is there were 2 dialogues between Dhritarashtra and Sanjay. There was another dialogue between Arjun and Krishna. Same information was shared in the both dialogues. One fellow, no effect. The other fellow succeeded. This is the difference. When we understand this, we will love Bhagavad Gita. We will read every word of it. And this is the perspective where 4 personalities we must understand. Why? Because all the 4 exists in each one of us. There is divinity right within our heart. There is a Dhritarashtra there, there is the Arjun there, and there is the Sanjay there, okay? And with that, I say, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Krishna, Dhanyavad, Namaskar, Pranam.
रामा जय भजन करी तो देवज गुण गाया राम लक्ष्मण भरत शत्रुघ्न कैवारी हनुमान अयोध्या जे राज करी तो एक श्री भगवान राम जानकी कृष्ण वैश की राधे गोविंदा हरे राम राम हरे रघुमाई पांडुरंगा रघुमाई पांडुरंगा
Coming Sunday, 31st, evening 6 to 7:30, we have a Shri Goda Jayanti celebrations, Goda Sameta Shri Ranganatha Swami Abhishekam and Tirupavai Parayanam bhajans. And August 5th, Samohika Varalakshmi Vratam, evening 6 to 7:30, HTVN performing Samohika Varalakshmi Vratam. And August 11th, Hayagriva Jayanti, 6 to 7 Hayagriva Puja, 7 to 7:15 Rakhi with Krishna, and 7:15 to 7:30 Archana Mahamangalarti. Please come to join us. Thank you.
Yeah. We'll leave all the papers with the books. Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जो ध्यावे फल पावे दुख बिन से मन
का स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का सुख संपत्ति गरवावे सुख संपत्ति
घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तन का ओम जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण करूँ मैं किसकी स्वामी शरण करूँ मैं किसकी तुम बिन और न दूजा प्रभु बिन और न दूजा आश करूँ मैं जिसकी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम पूरन परमात्मा तुम अंतर्यामी स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम करुणा के सागर तुम पालन करता स्वामी तुम पालन करता मैं मूरख कल खामी, मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी, कृपा करो भरता। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
स्वामी मेरा हाथ उठाओ, अपने शरण लगाओ, द्वार पर तेरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। विषय विकार मिटाओ, पाप हरो देवा। स्वामी पाप हरो देवा। श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ, श्रद्धा प्रेम बढ़ाओ, संतन की सेवा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तन मन धन सब कुछ तेरा, तेरा सब को अर्पण, तेरा तुझको अर्पण, क्या लागे मेरा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। त्वमेव माता च पिता, त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा, त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं, त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा। कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्य सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि। नारायणायेति समर्पयामि। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु, लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु, लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल जय बोलो अम्बे मात की जय बोलो गजानन भगवान की जय बोलो षडानन भगवान की जय बोलो सरस्वती मात की जय बोलो लक्ष्मी मैया की ఏడుకొండలవాడ వెంకటరమణ గోవిందా జై బోలో మహావీర భగవాన్ की Everybody please make a single ended Kirtan Prasadam.
Okay, just a request. Every Saturday, lot of ladies are cooking. It was very tedious job. They come on Friday, prepare for preparations, and Saturday, early in the morning, they come around 6 o'clock and cook till 11. And we have to support. So please, whoever is here, please come every Saturday and pick up the food. I appreciate very much. To recognize that one, few of us gents decided to cook and give a day off for the ladies. That happens to be on 13th of August. And I will be leading that one. And I want everybody to come and support us so that we can show that we can also cook. Even though if it is not good, don't complain, but it will be good. I can tell you that. So please come and support us and support the temple. Okay, thank you. And just a note for my Guruji here, and this is not your men's one. This is other group. So you still have to get another one group. You have to let me know. Thank you. Please come and support us, okay? I want you guys to definitely come.
He is part of your group.